Hello, everybody out there, and welcome back to the Prevention Convention. We're going to be challenging myths, destroying HIV related stigma, and educating you all out there on how to prevent HIV for yourself as well as within your own community. So, last week we played a game called Myth or Fact, where we got down to the bottom of some deeply held misconceptions about people living with HIV. And if you missed out on that video, go back and watch it. It's not too late. But this week we're going to be looking at the HIV virus a little bit deeper so you can have a better understanding of what HIV really looks like, how it works, and all that. And remember, where there's knowledge, there's power. So let's get to it. Well, let's start from the beginning. What is HIV? So HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus, and is a virus that attacks the immune system through the white blood cells. The immune system is used to fight off a lot of different foreign invaders such as germs, bacteria, and viruses. And the immune system has a ton of white blood cells to do this job for it. So when HIV invades the body, HIV likes to find a particular kind of white blood cell called the CD4 cell, or T cells. HIV likes to get inside these CD4 cells, make copies of itself, and then kills off the CD4 cell and basically takes its place in the body. And once it's in the body, it's able to make new copies of itself through these CD4 cells. And so the immune system is trying to control HIV by making more CD4 cells to correct this, but the body just can't keep up enough to make enough copies to kill off the HIV virus. So the body needs a little bit of help in order to fight off these foreign invaders. And to do that, we have Antiretrovirals. Antiretrovirals are here to save the day. Antiretrovirals is a medication that a person living with HIV can take to lower the amount of HIV virus in their body, and it gives the body a chance to increase their number of CD4 cells to help keep the body strong and healthy. A person living with HIV and AIDS should take their antiretrovirals every single day as prescribed by their provider. The goal of the treatment is to keep their CD4 count high and the viral load low. And the hope is that one day a person with HIV becomes undetectable. What does undetectable mean? It means they no longer can transmit the virus to another person. So this is how a person living with HIV can date, have sexual intimacy, and have children without passing the virus along to their partner. You want to be undetectable because it not only protects you, but protects those around you as well. Well, now let's look at the other side of things. What happens when a person who's living with HIV chooses not to take their antiretrovirals as prescribed? Well, eventually they'll get to a stage called AIDS. And AIDS stands for Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome. It is the last stage and the most severe phase of the HIV infection. People who live with AIDS have such a badly damaged immune system that their viral loads are typically very high and they are very infectious. Also, they tend to get a lot of what's called opportunistic infections. Opportunistic infections take advantage of badly damaged immune systems and cause even more damage, even more bacteria, even more viruses, and make people who are living with AIDS very, very sick. Some of these opportunistic infections can include certain types of cancers, tuberculosis, pneumonia, and maybe even some things you've never heard of like histoplasmosis. One good thing is antiretroviral medications work so well that a person who's living with AIDS can begin taking a medication regimen that works for them and follow up with their doctor in order to reduce those viral loads back to a more manageable level and increase their CD4 counts so that they're healthier. But without treatment, unfortunately, people who live with AIDS typically only live about 3 years after the fact. So again, it is very important to take these medications as prescribed by your provider in order to live a healthy, strong, long life. Well, now you're probably asking yourself, how am I going to know if I have HIV or not? Well, I can tell you right now, you're not going to know just by looking. In fact, people who are living with HIV and AIDS don't always have signs or symptoms to speak of. In fact, most people living with HIV and AIDS look very healthy because of antiretrovirals. So the best way for you to know if you have HIV or not is to get tested. You got to get tested in order to know your status. Is the only most accurate way to know if you have HIV or not. And by knowing your status, it helps you to make more healthy decisions to prevent contracting or transmitting HIV to another person. Getting tested for HIV can be a really simple and easy process. In fact, many local agencies offer free confidential testing where you'll get your results back in 20 minutes or less. So cool, right? You don't have to sit at home waiting for days to get your results back. You'll get them back the same day. Some of these agencies that offer free HIV testing can include your local health department, Planned Parenthood, Choices, and, of course, Hope House. Hope House can offer you free confidential testing either in person or you can test in the comfort of your own home by collecting one of our take-home kits. When you have a take-home kit, you are not by yourself. I'll be available to you through Zoom call or phone call to walk you through the steps of the process if you need help and to offer confidential counseling as well before, during, and after your tests. So, several options for you to choose from. You can even go to your local provider if that's what you choose to do. But there's so many different options that you can choose from so that you can know your status and you have power back over your own health. Some other options that you might want to think of to protect yourself can include the use of condoms. Remember, you always need a barrier in order to protect yourself when you're engaging in sexual activity. Remember to get tested regularly, 1 to 2 times a year. And also just make sure your partner is getting tested as well. It's not just about you, but also about your partner as well. You're in this together, so go get tested together. And lastly, if you just want more information about HIV, testing, or you just need someone to talk to one-on-one, please look us up on our website at hopehousememphis.org. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram, and you are welcome to contact me personally at jcox@hopehousememphis.org. And that's it for me today. I look forward to seeing you all on next week for our next talk in the Prevention Convention. I'll talk to you later. Have a good weekend. Bye.